Greetings, the Hot Sorcerer here, and today we're cooking a recipe from the Hot Sorceress herself. Fast, easy, and spicy carnitas. She's been cooking me a variation of this recipe for years, and since I can't be bothered to read her directions, I messed it up and did things out of order. But yeah, I thought I'd fix it in post. But looks tasty, doesn't it? And it's super easy and fast because dinner.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
Let's get prepping. Alright, first dice up a few jalapenos. We'll be using some in the sauce and the rest for toppings. Next, dice up one white onion. We'll also use this as toppings. Then chop up around 2 pounds of pork tenderloin into chunks. Nothing too small, maybe 2 to 3 inches. Then, before we sear the meat, we're going to cover it in some olive oil. I'm using some spicy Jalapeno Infused olive oil from Zoo Olive. Good stuff. And remember when I said I messed up? At this point, you should sear the pork tenderloin. I made the mistake of making the sauce first, and then I realized how dumb I was. Hit the saute button on your Instapot a few times until it says more. That should be high heat. I think other models actually say high instead of more. Let it heat up and give each side a good sear. Since I made the sauce first, I had a bit too much liquid in the pot to sear correctly, so I moved a few pieces to another pan on the stove. You could also sear this way. Alright, now we need to make the sauce before pressure cooking this meat. For the next few shots, just imagine that the meat is already seared. Add roughly 1 chopped jalapeno to the sauce. Remember to save some raw jalapenos for toppings. Zest 1 orange, then chop and squeeze all the juice out. I did this out of order because, I like a challenge. Then add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, and around half a tablespoon of garlic. That stuff that kind of comes in the can. Or 1 to 2 fresh cloves. And to kick it up a notch, I'm using some of Benny T's Vesta dry hot sauce. I tried it in another video, but I think I used it wrong.
No! That was a bad idea.
I used the Carolina Reaper Vesta dry hot sauce. Good stuff. Very spicy. And now just give everything a quick mix. Finally, I add a splash of Limon Croix, as weird as it sounds. Normally we use Bud Light Lime, but my friend Brian drank the last one. Thanks, Brian. Now pressure cook on high pressure for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, carefully release the steam. Oh, baby. Looks like a mess. Tastes good. Pull out the pork and shred with a fork. Let's eat. Warm up some tortillas and top your carnitas with some jalapenos and white onions. Now that's a quick, easy, ain't nobody got time for that dinner. Been a long day. It's time to drink. Today it's the pineapple and jalapeno margarita mix with some Habanero Infused tequila. So good. I thought we'd do a Tennessee hot sauce face-off here between the Mountain Mango from the Tennessee Hot Sauce Company and the Tropical Habanero from Ryan's Pepperworks. Pull a little on each of those. These are both excellent sauces, by the way. Not a paid sponsor. Wow, that is a tough call. The mountain mango is a bit hotter than the tropical habanero. And definitely a lot fruitier. Oh yeah, it's got yellow reapers in it. 7 pots. But yeah, it's hard to say. I love them both. So, it's a tie. Thanks for watching.